So then, the Ally 400. I know what the headlines are from this one. That's largely what we're going to be talking about in this video. So, why not just get into it? With the 5 overtimes that we saw. The Ally 400 became the Ally 441. There were 31 laps over the scheduled distance because of 5 separate overtimes. And a large amount of them included the 5 car. Like, the reasons why it went on longer. It was him not pulling away from one of the restarts led to Kyle Busch tapping the back of Kyle Larson, and then Chase Elliott running over Kyle Busch, and Kyle Busch being out. It was Kyle Larson that got into Ross Chastain. And it seems so strange for somebody who is still arguably the championship favourite to just have had seemingly these kinds of mistakes. Now, is it because he was worried about running out of fuel? Probably. We saw lots of people run out of fuel in the end. But yeah, it was just bizarre, and I'm glad that I wasn't watching it live, because I think if I was watching it live, I would have gotten angrier and angrier about it. But because I wasn't, I was completely fine to just go, oh, let's just wait for it to get back going again. And in the end, much like the rain in Loudon, we ended up with a really interesting top 10 in the end. I mean, it wasn't as fascinating as it was when they went back to green. But still, I mean, Joe Logano picks up his first win of the season. Zane Smith, the rookie, was second. Tyler Reddick was third. Ryan Preece got a top 5. He was fourth in the end, and he'd been running well in those later stages as well. Just a beneficiary of all of these different issues. Then it was Buescher, then Blaney, then Bubba Wallace, then Larson, then Daniel Hemrick. Noah Gragson gets another top 10. AJ Allmendinger had been running up at the front at some point of this. Ended up finishing 11th. And then, yeah, you get Hamlin and Justin Haley. I'm going to stop with the rundown here, because Justin Haley, 13th. I mean, he was the first car to drop a lap down. Ends up just outside the top 10 with that 51. That 51 has been running surprisingly well these last few races. There's one other driver I'll talk about, because they ended up with a 25-point penalty at the end of this. That's Carson Hocevar, driver of the 77, who intentionally wrecked Harrison Burton under caution. It just shows that even though he's a highly rated rookie and has had some really good runs recently, he still has some more bits that he needs to learn. However, yes, it was a win for Logano, and what that's done is it's massively transformed the playoff picture, because Logano would have been the person who was just above the cut line, being 22 points ahead of Bubba Wallace. However, because he's now won, that changes the picture entirely. Because Wallace on 448, Logano on 470, the next person above him is Alex Bowman on 499. That's 50 points, a difference in the end. Which is, in theory, a race win. Now, we do still have 7 races left until the playoffs begin. So it is doable to overcome that kind of deficit. Chase Briscoe is nearly 80 points behind Bowman. Kyle Busch is over 100 points back. It makes it so the playoff grid looks like it's almost set. And anybody who is behind Alex Bowman is now in a must-win situation to be able to get themselves in. And you look at the drivers that are outside of it. Bubba Wallace has made the playoffs before. Kyle Busch is Kyle freaking Busch. Chase Briscoe's had some good run of form before. I mean, he got second in New Hampshire recently, but it just hasn't been that kind of a season for SHR, apart from a recent uptick in form. And that will probably be the deciding factor on who gets into the playoffs. And, I mean, love them or hate them, the playoff system creates some fascinating results. But what we've seen here is a decrease in winners year on year since the next gens came in, which is a shame. But it means that those wins are even more important now. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.